What's up guys, welcome to the Fomo Factory. If you are interested in crypto, you want to make money with cryptocurrency of course. And all altcoins are a little bit pumping right now, so people are aping in. The crypto market is looking very good, but still I am not buying altcoins right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly why. First of all, welcome to the Fomo Factory. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm here every day talking about altcoins, my portfolio. I'm doing a giveaway challenge, the market, everything. Smack the like button, turn on the bell notification, or smack it, whatever you want to do with it. And let's take a look at the market real quick, because Bitcoin is doing pretty okay. We got new bear market highs. Well, bear market highs, you know, we were here before in the bear market, but there it was a low. Now we finally have this green we did not have the high yet. The high for this bear market so far was $25,200, so excuse me. But we are coming pretty close. We are now sitting at a very big resistance level. So yeah, we might pump towards $25,000 again, but we really want to see some confirmations above that point before we can talk about going towards 30K, because there is a lot of noise on YouTube and on Twitter, people talking about 12K, people talking about 30K. The levels in between are way more important, of course, otherwise you do not know where we might be heading, right? It's a very good pump, but then again, we are now sitting at big resistance, right? So if you want to buy Bitcoin now, you know, the risk reward, for the shorter term, it could be better, of course. What's the reason why crypto is pumping so much right now? Well, one of the reasons is the Blur airdrop, and the Blur airdrop is this right here. If you go to this website, blur.io, this is an NFT platform, a new NFT platform, that if you bought any NFTs right here, then you could actually get an airdrop of the Blur token, which is very interesting. And I took a look at this. I did not qualify for the points, unfortunately, because I did not buy any NFTs, but the Blur token is doing absolutely incredible. If you look at this, so the Blur token right here just got airdropped, and it has this market cap, $400 million. So $400 million just got injected into the market. Now, of course, people are also selling their Blur tokens, although the price, look, it came from $5, of course, came down because people see that price and they feel like, okay, nice, let me buy some Bitcoin with it, or other altcoins, right? I mean, it's free money. So people are actually taking a lot of money from this project, and you know, that's the liquidity that Bitcoin, etc. needs right now. So that's one of the reasons why the market is pumping right now. So that's looking very good. Altcoins are doing okay, but Bitcoin is still outperforming. If you look at the Bitcoin dominance had a big spike. So although you see that altcoins are doing okay, they are doing okay. Some are in the red, some are in the green. It's like, altcoins are not really doing anything right now. So why do I say don't buy altcoins now? At least, you know, I'm not buying altcoins right now. When am I buying altcoins? Then we have to take a look at this thing again, because I have my strategy right here. So let me make a new tab for you and compare some stuff, because I think this is really interesting. All right, so let me put up Bitcoin right here, and let me show you exactly what my strategy is going to be. So when the Bitcoin dominance is now, like I said many times on this channel, ranging since May 2021, so almost 2 years already, right? And it's been ranging between around 50% and 40%, right? It goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, and we're now moving up again. That's basically what's happening. So there's no reason for me to believe that it won't go up here, right? That's at least this range right here. I'm not even talking about, you know, this range or this right here. I'm just talking about the current range that we are in, right? Eventually we will get there. So what it means is the higher the Bitcoin dominance, the more money is sitting in Bitcoin instead of other crypto assets, right? So my strategy is very simple. Let me show you an example. Here, the Bitcoin dominance was pretty high, right? So a lot of money was sitting in Bitcoin instead of altcoins. And it was sitting at big resistance. We already could have seen that this was resistance by these spikes right here, right? So when the Bitcoin dominance is sitting right here, this was in June 2022, right? So what did Bitcoin do in June 2022? That was here. In June 2022, Bitcoin came down quite a lot, right? Bitcoin came down from $32,000 till $17,000, right? And this rally right here went from June until the beginning of September, right? So if we look at the beginning of September, give or take, which is here, then we basically, you know, if we don't include these wicks, Bitcoin went down 40%. All right. Now, it could also be, of course, that the Bitcoin dominance goes down while Bitcoin goes up, right? Then just a lot more money is going to the market. But what else did it mean when the dominance went down? Because Bitcoin went down. Well, let's take a look at the altcoin market. So the 6th of June, or the beginning of June till the beginning of September, right? The beginning of June was here, right? Here was the altcoin market. And the beginning of September was here, right? And if we take the spike in total, then altcoins, or at least the total three, so everything in the market, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, but including stablecoins, pumped 40%. Now, I did calculate it. Whenever on the total three there is a pump of 1%, then altcoins on general move 1.5%, give or take. I calculated this with Cardano, DOT, Matic, Uniswap, Seedify, a couple of big coins to see the average, like 10 or 12 coins. And the average was 1.5%. So it means that when we had this pump right here, which was, you know, a dump on the Bitcoin dominance and a dump in Bitcoin, it means that altcoins in general pumped 60%. Some altcoins, of course, pumped way more, and some pumped way less. So, here comes the fun stuff. I am not interested in buying altcoins right here. Definitely not, right? I am interested in buying altcoins right here, because then we have a good chance of making this move down again. And that's when altcoins really pump. Like, even altcoins just did not perform very well this year so far. Since basically the 5th of September, it was better. Well, you know, basically since May of 2021. But if we want to take the last low, since the 5th of September, it was the best choice just to be in Bitcoin. As you can see, the Bitcoin dominance was going up. So Bitcoin has been outperforming altcoins for the last half a year, believe it or not. Because it might be hard to believe, because we always have altcoins that pop. We have Render, which did absolutely crazy. We had Galat, which did absolutely crazy. We had AI projects, like almost every AI project, that did absolutely crazy. But there are just some coins that are not doing that crazy, and that compensates for the Bitcoin dominance, of course. So in general, it's just better to be in Bitcoin so far. And that's my strategy as well. So I am just basically, what I am doing right now, I am buying Bitcoin whenever, you know, the dominance is sitting as low as possible, and when the Bitcoin price is sitting low. Right now, I am not buying Bitcoin right now at this resistance point at this moment. That's just not what I'm doing. At a certain point, we will break through. Maybe this time it will happen. Of course, it could be. But it's just not my nature to buy at the resistance, right? We buy at support, we hold or sell at the resistance. That's basically what we do. But that's my strategy. I am, you know, buying Bitcoin right here, right? And what I'm also doing is I am converting some altcoins into Bitcoin when the dominance is sitting, you know, around that, you know, that 40%. Whenever the Bitcoin, and this might take a while, right? This could take a couple of months more. But whenever the Bitcoin dominance is sitting at around 50%, I think I'm going to convert around half of my altcoins, half of my Bitcoin into altcoins right here. Because then when that move down happens, we get that insane alt season that we saw last time. Right, that was from, like I said, from June till September. Seedify, one of my favorite projects, right? That's just an example. From June to September, it went from 90 cents to $3.30, so 3.5x, right? a lot of altcoins did very well in that period of time. So that's kind of my strategy right now. Look, and I'm not staring blind at just this level right here, because it could definitely be that we break this, right? I don't think that the Bitcoin dominance will ever go to around 70% or so, because people are now just, people know more about altcoins. They get more confidence in altcoins. There are just more altcoins. There are better tokens out there right now than what we had back then, and especially back then, like here you see, it was mainly Bitcoin dominance because there wasn't really anything else back then, right? 2015 we had a couple, but didn't make that much of the market. But then again, when I look at this chart, I think we are now sitting still at quite a low point. And like I said, Benjamin Cohen pointed out as well, why would you think that the Bitcoin dominance will go see new lows? Because there is a lot of VC money injected in the market, the last couple of years, and we still did not manage to break the lows of 2018. So what would it take that suddenly so much money is going from Bitcoin into altcoins? And this Bitcoin rally confirms it, right? Because altcoins now not really moving, but Bitcoin just shows okay, if you put your money in me, you still make gains, right? So people feel like, okay, Bitcoin is the safest crypto asset out there, and it makes you money. Don't underestimate the power of Bitcoin, right? It can make you insane returns, like I showed you in previous videos as well. From the bottom of the bear market till the top of the next bull market, the average return for Bitcoin is a 70x. Look it up. It's just what it is, right? So you can look for the best altcoins to make a 10, 20x, but why would you take that much risk when you can also do it with the safest asset, right? So for now, I feel like let's stay a little safe. And also because, even BUSD is labeled as an unregistered security by the SEC. BUSD. It's not even investment. It's $1. How can you don't put money in with the expectation that it's going to be worth more, right? So if I think okay, if BUSD could, be labeled as something like that, then what altcoin is actually safe? Right? And I'm not saying don't go into altcoins. I will definitely go into altcoins. But for now, the risk return is just way better with Bitcoin, right? And the Bitcoin dominance is currently sitting at the middle of this range. So yeah, you could be a little in altcoins and a little. I have a big altcoin position as well, but that's just mostly because the altcoins that I already had, it just goes against my principles to look. If you look at this chart, right? See the 5, for example. I showed you this before, but a lot of the charts look like something similar, right? Am I going to sell here? No, no, I'm not going to sell it. Look, and it could go lower. It could definitely go lower. But the risk reward on this chart for me is if I have these tokens, no, I would consider buying right now, but I'm definitely not selling right now. So it's simple, my strategy. Now, I will come up soon with a list of altcoins that I think are a very, very good buy, because there are actually altcoins that look very juicy. And don't be bitter. If you follow what I am doing and you go quite heavy in Bitcoin, for example, and you see all these altcoins pop, you might feel like you are missing out. And it sucks. Definitely, it sucks. But then again, remind yourself that there are actually altcoins that are just not doing great. If you look at Cardano, for example, I don't want to say it went from $3 to 40 cents. Have you been in Bitcoin? You didn't lose that much money, right? And Cardano, also one of the most hyped altcoins out there, right? A big community, everybody loves Cardano. Great. But it just made it low, not even 2 months ago, was its major low for this complete cycle, right? And the cool thing is as well, and that's what I think is just really important, is if you buy Bitcoin, it's a good way to not create FOMO, right? Because if you want to buy altcoins at a certain point, you want to have something to buy these altcoins with, right? So you probably think about USDT, whatever, dollars, right? But Or what if the market rallies? What if Bitcoin behaves like this? That's a bad feeling then, if you're completely into dollars. You don't want to be like Capo. So in that case, you could better dollar cost into Bitcoin whenever the price feels right for you, right? And then later on, when the Bitcoin dominance is sitting higher, buy altcoins with your Bitcoin, right? Because altcoins bleed against Bitcoin as well. Matter of fact, it turns out to be that so far, whenever Bitcoin finds its bottom in previous cycles, the altcoin Bitcoin pair bottoms a couple of months later, right? So even if it could be that the bottom is in right now. It's definitely possible. I think it's definitely a possibility that the bottom is now actually in, right? So even if the bottom is in, it doesn't mean you are too late buying altcoins right now. Because if you look at Cardano, Bitcoin again, for example, I don't just take Cardano as an example. A lot of altcoins look like this, right? But if you take Cardano, Bitcoin for an example, how does the chart look? How does the chart look? Also, just made a low in December, right? It's going lower and lower and lower. Still lower lows, lower highs, right? We had a high, we had a high, we had a high, we had a high, right? We had a low, 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 low. So far, the trend hasn't changed. And so far, it is likely that Cardano Bitcoin keeps on bleeding. And it could go down another 40%. But who gives a shit? If you are already in Bitcoin, you first make money on your Bitcoin, right? This chart goes down. Whenever you feel like, okay, now might actually be the bottom, and we'll talk about when I think it's the bottom for Cardano Bitcoin, I think it's around, 900 or 1,000 Satoshis or so. But then you just buy Cardano, in this case, with your Bitcoin, which you already made profit on. And then if this goes up, you make extra profit on that. That's basically my tactic for this whole thing, right? So I think this is a really good way to play the market right now. Slow but steady. In the 2018 bear market, I at least my mistake, and I think a lot of you guys, if this is your first cycle, you might feel the same. My mistake was I wanted to get as much money as possible, as quick as possible. And although some people get lucky, you don't want to base your financial freedom on luck. You want to control it a little bit, right? So you can ape into a big ass pump because you think that coin will go on. You can go all into an asset because you think it's the best. There is always a chance that you will succeed and make a lot of money. But there is a way bigger chance that you lose your money, that you become emotional, take the wrong decisions, and lose your money again, right? And how bad is it? Probably the bull market will be raging within 2 years. You can make a lot of money by then. A lot of money, right? How bad is it to wait 2 years to be really rich, right? It's like, and I will soon also post a video like, how much money do you actually need to make 100K, a million, if you play this market right? And it would surprise you that it's not that much. It's really not that much what you need. It's really okay. So that's kind of it. But like I said, when it comes to the Bitcoin chart, like, this as well, right? I mean, a lot of coins are ranging like this, and people just got their mindset wrong, to be honest. Because this is Solana Bitcoin. If you look at this chart right here, if you look at this chart, what do you see? Well, let me draw the little correct for you, whatever. Right? So if you look at this, what do you see? Solana Bitcoin is just high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Is it impossible to think that there will be a lower low? Like, this thing is just coming down and down and down. But with every pump, people get excited to find out that they are just the exit liquidity of the people that actually get that you sell the top instead of buying the top, right? So I think it's just best to gather cash, make sure that whatever you do, make money, work. You have the time still. The time will eventually run out, but we still have the time, right? You get the cash, slowly dollar cost into Bitcoin when the price is right. And then later on, when the Bitcoin dominance tells you like, okay, this is a high level with a lot of rejections where it could come down, like for me around that 48%, 50%, then convert your Bitcoin into altcoins and, you know, ride the wave down. Make it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10x on your altcoins in that small altcoin season, right? I mean, this was an altcoin season relief rally in a bear market, let alone what happened right here, right? This was crazy. This was absolutely crazy. And this will happen again. But before this will happen, because this made you, like I said, this made CeDeFi, for example, a 3x already, right? This small correction right here. But what's this? This is an actual bull run, right? So just to show you, from the end of December 2020 till May 2021. What happened right there? End of December 2020. That's here. Till May 2021. There, the total 3 did a 7x, which is on average an 11x on altcoins, right? If you are in the lower caps with less liquidity that performed well, you could have made 100x. If you were in the high caps, you could have made a 5x, right? But that's actually what could happen again. Like, at least could happen. So far it always happens, right? The altcoin market goes along with the bull run. All right, but we won't see this before we see this. So first make money on your Bitcoin. It's okay. Then put it in your altcoins and go down. All right? It's no really use to buy altcoins right now, right? What if you buy altcoins right now and you go to crazy right here and it goes all the way up here? Then you wish you would have been in Bitcoin. Plus you don't have the money again to buy altcoins right here before this goes down and the actually alt season bull run starts. I think it's enough preaching for today. That's just what I wanted to let you know. Also, by the way, one last thing, the total 3 kind of does what I did not expect so far. Yet again, it could still play out, but I said like, yeah, look, it's also in this downward trend so far, right? And it got rejected here last week. So I expected it to come down to this, at least this green box, but it could also be that we end up right here. For now, we got a new pump, and yeah, it's just a bull market support band that pushes it up, I think. But we have to see how this plays out, because it could definitely be we had one fake out, we had a second fake out. You know, could this be another fake out? It's definitely possible. And it's very possible, don't get your hopes down, if that happens and we go back in this range again by next week or 2 weeks from now, right? Eventually we will break out. It's a matter of time. I don't think the price is the most painful, but the time is the most painful, right? It's definitely not a fun thing to watch. But after this, you know, bear market where we went down hard, we really, you know, went sideways from basically already April 2018, and we did not really start, you know, to pump since April 2020, basically. We went a lot of sideways, up and down, but eventually we ended up at the same level right here, 2 years later, right? It could definitely be that in June 2024, we will still be around 20K. It's possible. Keep that in mind. And because that's the draining part, that's where people really give up, right? That's the only thing. Just don't give up. Slowly dollar cost. Have your plan. That's it. The patient are getting rewarded. So that's it for now, guys. Please like the video if you like the video. If you have any questions, suggestions, whatever, leave a comment. And tomorrow I will be doing a live stream, maybe with the Delicium team. I'm not talking with these guys to get them in the live stream. I will confirm it in the Telegram group down below. So if you have not joined the Telegram group, be there. See you tomorrow.